Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video today, and the Houston Rockets. Really, what a struggle tonight, man. Really, another bad performance by the Rockets tonight. In a second half that was very bright and very exciting for the Rockets. Turned out to be an awful third quarter, a decent fourth quarter, and a 19-point loss. So wow. Rockets lose to the Spurs 124-105. There's not a lot of bright things when it comes to this game. I said that I thought the Rockets would have a better shooting night, which, I wouldn't call 5 for 24 being a better shooting night, but it sounds better than 3 for 32. They made 2 more attempts and shot eight less, which is better. No, wait. Yeah, they shot 8 less threes than they did the other night, made 2 more, so they shot better, but it wasn't that much better. 20% from 3 is not a good thing, and they really got to work on their three-point shooting, and I don't know what you got to do. If you got to work and work and work, or if you have to make a trade for a better shooter, or get rid of maybe a guy off the bench who's not shooting well, and I'm not going to throw any names, but possibly Dayshawn Nix, a guy who went 0 for 4 tonight. Maybe you have to get rid of a guy who's not shooting the ball well. And you got to get rid of these slumps where you're going one night on Saturday, you're going 3 for 32, and then the next night you're going, or the 2 nights later you're going 5 for 24. I mean, a guy who has been one of the best three-point shooters for the Rockets. Jabari Smith went 0 for 4 tonight from 3. So the Rockets, that was a very big struggle for the Rockets. Let's go over the box score. Jabari Smith Jr. had 9 points in this one, had 8 rebounds as well. And one of the only bright spots for the Rockets tonight was Alperen Sengun, starting to look like the Alperen Sengun we saw early in the season, or not like really early in the season, but he hasn't really looked like the real LP in a couple games. I would say like maybe the last 5 or maybe a little bit more than that games. He's not been playing as good as he was, but tonight he had a great night. He had 22 points, a little bit low on the rebounds, only 4, but he had a steal and a block as well. I think that one of those things is his free throws were down a little bit. He took 8 free throws tonight, made 6 of them. I think that could have been maybe a little bit of reasoning. We've been seeing like the last couple games his free throw attempts down to like 0 to 2, maybe a little bit more sometimes. So his free throw attempts were more down than they've been. And tonight he shot 8 free throws. I think that could have been a reason why his points went up tonight. I think he was being more aggressive in the paint, so I was very impressed with Alperen Sengun tonight. Eric Gordon had 5 points, had a decent first quarter, and only took 7 shots. He hit one of the Rockets' 5 threes tonight. Then KPJ had 15. He hit another 3 for the Rockets. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. A decent night from KPJ. Only played 27 minutes with foul trouble, and he didn't play much in the fourth quarter with the Rockets being blown out in the second half. Jalen Green had 13 points, went 1 for 3 from three-pointer tonight. So Gordon, KPJ, and Jalen had 3 of the 5 threes for the Rockets. He also had 2 steals as well, and he also had only two assists, 2 steals for Jalen. 7 points for Bruno Fernando. He did a decent job in only 10 minutes. So Bruno, nice game from Bruno. He also had 4 rebounds. So impressed with Bruno Fernando out there tonight. 0 from Garuba. He took 5 shots in 15 minutes. So struggle from Garuba tonight. KJ had 8 and 7 rebounds in 20 minutes. Tari Eason had 11. He had another one of those threes for the Rockets. So, yeah, a decent game from KJ. From Tari, my bad. Boban, everybody loves when Boban gets to touch the floor for the Rockets. He took 1 shot. He nailed it, and that was probably the best moment of the night for the crowd. That was probably if you were at the game and you stayed the whole game, that was probably the best moment because the crowd loves when Boban scores. Dayshawn Nix in 24 minutes had 4 points. He had 9 assists. I know I do hate on Dayshawn Nix tonight. I mean, I do. I know I give Dayshawn Nix a lot of trouble, but besides his shooting night tonight, he did a lot of good things. He had 3 steals, which the Rockets, I know that they struggled really night, but they had 13 steals tonight. That's really impressive. Dayshawn Nix had 3 steals and 9 assists. So, I know I give him a lot of crap, but I'm really impressed with. I wasn't impressed with the way he shot the ball. He was 0 for 4 from 3 tonight. But besides that, he had 9 assists. He had 3 steals. So, not a good shooting game from Dayshawn, but great did 2 great things besides shooting. I mean, 9 assists in 24 minutes. He led the team in assists, I believe. Yeah. He had the most assists on the team tonight, had the most steals. So he led 2 stats for the Houston Rockets tonight. So, I thought that was at least decent for Dayshawn. 9 for Tyty Washington. Played 4 minutes at the end of the game, and he looked really good in his 4 minutes. Took 5 shots. And made his first 3 as a Rocket. That was the Rockets' 5th 3 of the night. Had some nice layups, or not really layups, kind of floaters. And there's this thing that I really like that I saw from the Rockets, and I feel like, Steven Silas should try to do it more often. So what happens is and the Rockets did this twice tonight, and Tyty Washington made the first one, missed the second one, 2 threes. So, and I don't see Boban getting minutes, but if you put Boban, and I think this could work. You might have seen this if you watched the game. I thought this was a maybe opportunity, but if it's Tyty Washington or whoever's in the corner, if Boban's on the left side of the basket and he's dribbling, now the Spurs were double teaming him because look at him, he's a 7'2" beast, and he can put it in. He can put it in the basket from. He can literally dunk without even jumping. He can jump without moving a muscle. That besides moving his hand and his arm, that is crazy. So they bring a double team, and Boban did this. He kicked it to Tyty Washington. Tyty Washington made the 3. Whether it's Tyty or it's someone else, that'd be a great thing if you have Boban on the left side, if you give him a couple rotation minutes. I know we want to see Boban shoot the ball, but this is an asset. Boban has an asset. If Boban, kicks it to the corner, whoever's in there, if it's KJ, if it's Tyty, if it's Tari, it's someone else. It's Jalen or someone's in the corner, Jabari or someone. That could be dangerous for the Rockets. It can help with their shooting. I noticed it in that one play. I like that for Tyty. I thought that gave him an opening as a shot creator. I was glad that he got his first 3. I think he should get more rotation minutes because I think he's a decent 3-point shooter. And we saw Steven Silas in the last 2 games give him minutes, and now he doesn't tonight. Didn't make sense to me. It's like inefficient. Like 2 nights you give him minutes, and then you don't. Like what we saw from him in 4 minutes he gets 9 points. Play him. I say you play him. But, I know we didn't see much productive from the Rockets. We saw them score 62 points in the first half and then score 14 points in the third quarter and lose by 19. And after a really good first half. But when you watch your team lose by 20, you start to kind of get, I don't know how to say this, kind of like you start to kind of figure out new ways for your team to win. Like, I kind of noticed it, and like I know there's no way for Boban to play because we have Fernando and we have Garuba off the bench, but get Boban out there for a couple minutes if you're down and get him on the post, and he's backing down on someone and he kicks it to the corner. I think that'd be great for the Rockets. I think it'd help our shooting. We went 5 for 24 tonight. I thought that'd be a great look for the Rockets. It's not going to happen, but I hope Steven Silas and the coaches saw the same thing I saw. I saw a double team come to Boban because he was posting up and about to get a layup. And when Boban saw that they left Tyty Washington wide open in the corner. He kicked it to Tyty Washington. He got the wide open three and drilled it. So that's the type of things you got to look at if you're going to try to, bounce back. And I think that could possibly, get Boban and Tyty Washington out there for a minute. Won't hurt you if you try. Because Boban causes a double team. And for someone who doesn't play any minutes, gets a double team almost every single play he touches the ball is pretty unique. So I think this could be great for the Rockets, but I don't think they'll do it at all. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thought. Let's go to the Spurs scores real quick. Devin Vassell led this is the second time I've done this. Devin Vassell led the Spurs in scoring with 26. Off the bench, Doug McDermott had 16. He had a monster shooting night. 13 for Trey Jones, 12 for Jeremy Sochin, 10 for Stanley Johnson, 10 for Zach Collins. Had a lot of double-digit. 14 for Branham as well. They had 5 double-digit scorers off the bench, and they had 2 starters that had double figures. So 7 San Antonio Spurs in double figures tonight. So that's the type of stuff that's not okay for the Rockets. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts about the Rockets game and possibly my idea about getting Boban in there a little bit to cause a double team, which leads to open shot. So that's something I saw tonight. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Rockets.